You know, it's always tough playing on the road. I thought Friday night, we got behind there a little bit, and I think 3 or 4 to 1 ball game and scored some runs late, which this team has started showing has kind of been their MO. Second part of the game, they really, third time through the lineup, start figuring those pitchers out a little bit and making adjustments, and you hope they could do that a little earlier in the game sometimes, but they've been doing that consistently and finding ways to win. And it's always good to get that first W to start the series on Friday night. And then we came out Saturday swinging the bats well. We've been looking to try to improve the offense, through the first 3 weekends, hadn't really swung it well. And we started swinging it this weekend and swung it well in that first game and got out there to a pretty comfortable lead and wanted to start getting some guys, in the bullpen in the game that hadn't pitched a whole lot this year and seeing what our pitching depth is. And unfortunately, they scored a few runs in the 8th to make it, I think, 14-9. And then we're able to score some runs. We walked some batters and hit some batters and opened the door, and they hit a grand slam to tie it, and unfortunately had a walk-off hit batter. And those sting really bad when you got a game in hand like that. You got to figure out a way to close that out, and that's always been our MO. So we had a hard talk about that between games, and our guys came out and responded and really swung the bats, and I think scored 10 runs in the 7th inning of that second game. But the game was kind of in hand. Dylan Lawson threw a great game on the 3rd game, and really Mandershot did a nice job in the first game holding us there till we took the lead with him in the game through 5-6 innings. Neuschwander had his best start of the year on Friday night, I thought, and went 7 innings and really pitched well up there, and we need him to start doing that to get us out of the gate well. So overall, happy with the series win. This team has shown a lot of resiliency, and we're looking forward to getting back on the road tomorrow morning, going to Columbus State and playing on the road again. You're always trying to find continuity in your lineup, and we've got a lot of guys back from last year, but we have a lot of new guys too. So, there was a lot of competition at a lot of positions going through the fall and even through January, and really hadn't had any positions established in the outfield, so we were playing a lot of different combos and giving a lot of guys opportunities through those first 3 weekends. And then going into conference play, Jaden Fryman and Dean Hodes, some of those guys that were starters on our championship team kind of, struggled early on, but going into that series, we felt like we wanted experience in the lineup, and that's what we went with Townsend in left and Fryman in center and Hodes in right, and, Preston Moore playing 3rd, Jeff Cote at short, and had Grabsky playing 2nd and McDowell at 1st. Those are all starters from last year pretty much, and if you can't win with that lineup, I don't know what we can do to get any better. We've got some other guys that can certainly help our team, and I think the experience in getting those guys some continuity in the lineup really started helping and showing that, hey, we're going to stick with you through this lineup on this weekend, let's get it done. And they shine doing that, so we hope we can keep doing that and plugging the guys in that are also backing them up in various ways that can give value to the team. So we want to keep guys engaged, and we know some guys are going to get injured or sick. That's been happening, and those other guys got to be ready to step in. Yeah, I mean, Darian, is going to be our big stick in the lineup, and certainly teams are going to circle him not to, allow him to beat us, but, he's in that 2 hole, and Trent Jeffcoat struggled a little bit this year average-wise, but he's been getting on base, and, when he's on base, those, pitchers got to worry about Trent stealing, and, it gives Darian a lot better pitches to hit, and, the lineup works and protects him as everybody else hits, but certainly he's been a huge impact and will be for us if he can continue doing what he's doing, and we need to have some other guys continuing to help around him, and I think it's going to give the depth to our lineup. Yeah, well, Columbus State, they've got 3 or 4 guys back in the lineup from last year. They've got the Wiley kid that's, a lot like McDowell. He's probably going to set their home run record. He hit 20-something last year. He's a huge impact guy. You can't let him beat you with guys in scoring position. And they always can pitch it a little bit. I think they're, maybe 500 right now, and everybody's trying to figure out their team a little bit, and I think they took it on the chin against Young Harris. But, they've always got a good club. Greg Appleton's been to several World Series and won a national championship in 2002. We always have to play them midweek, so both of us are going to throw, midweek pitchers and starters and stuff. So, the offense needs to show up, and guys that, are coming in there that haven't pitched a lot on the weekend, it's their time to, really help our team, because these midweek games are huge for regional implications. So, they beat us twice here last year. We were able to overcome it down the stretch, but, we want to try to, get those back this year.